Hello, my name is Doug Lawless, and I'm here today to show you the proper way to eat an order of Little Caesars Crazy Bread and sauce. Now, there is a proper way to eat an order of Little Caesars Crazy Bread and sauce. One order of Crazy Bread and sauce contains a perfect amount for a meal for one person. There is a perfect amount of sauce to bread in every order, no matter how much sauce or bread they give you. This is just the truth. I'm not going to argue it. I'm going to prove it. Now today, they gave me a lot of sauce, which is good. That's what I prefer. That's pretty full. A lot of times you only get half. Doesn't matter. You still got to make it work. For the bread, well, that's not a perfect amount either. You flip it over and you open it this way. It's easier to get to. Don't reach into the bag and get all that crap all over your hands. They make these things to open up. Okay, there we go. Bread and sauce. Now, people will say, "Oh, what's it matter?" You know, I mean, I usually just get bread as a side, and people can just come and take however much they want. You know, and you can do that. This is America. You can make bad decisions. You're free to do that. It's your right. But I figure, why not do it correctly if the information is out there, if you know how? So that's what I'm going to demonstrate today. That is good stuff. That is really awesome. If you're not a fan of Little Caesars Crazy Bread and sauce, I don't know why you're watching this video. But if you are a fan, it's probably time to go get some after the video's over. Now, because I gave him so much sauce, I'm able to really apply a lot. I'm in my first piece of bread, and I'm soaking it, and that's good. Now, all the rules aren't hard and fast. These days, Little Caesars gives you cold sauce. They used to give you warm sauce, and they stopped doing that. I don't think that's a good corporate decision on their part, but it's not my company. I can't tell them what to do. So, you can bring the sauce home and warm it up in the microwave if you want. It's acceptable. I don't do it, because when I'm at Little Caesars and I'm out on the go, I don't have a microwave in my car to pop the sauce in, and I want it to be the same every time. Now I'm doing all right. I've eaten through 2 pieces of bread. I've got the lion's share of my sauce left, and I still have 6 large pieces of bread left. I ate the smallest ones. So the trick to this is really adjusting as you go. At first, you can just dip whatever amount of sauce you like. That's right. 5-second rule on sauce. Tabletop. 10-second rule. Also, double dipping is not a concern because no one else is going to get a drop of your sauce or eat any portion of your bread. This is one meal for one person. If someone asks me for a piece of bread while I'm eating an order of Crazy Bread and sauce, I say no. I will buy you your own order. You knew I was going to get this bread. Okay? You could have said, pick me up some bread. I would have done that. It's cheap as hell. All right, I'm good for it. But you cannot take a piece of my bread, because then I haven't had the meal I was expecting. And I would rather not eat than eat a order of crazy bread and sauce with one less piece of bread in it. You may not agree with that. You can do whatever you want with your bread. Now I like to get something to drink with my bread and sauce, and I get the same thing every time. Mountain Dew. Real Mountain Dew. None of this electric fizz, whatever the hell other Mountain Dew they do. This goes together well, I think. And clearly, if I'm eating this, I don't really care that I'm putting this into my body. Four more pieces to go. Gotta load up on the sauce. I think you can tell I feel strongly about Little Caesars. For a long time, there was no Little Caesars near where I lived. There had been, they all closed. And this was distressing to me. But after a 5-year period of having to travel, really travel to get my bread and my sauce, they opened a Little Caesar a couple blocks from my home. I went in on opening day, and I introduced myself to the manager by name. Told him how excited I was that he was opening up, and said he'd be seeing a lot of me, which wasn't a lie. That's the stuff. One piece left. You paying attention? Are you still with me? Everybody has something to teach. Everyone has something that they can pass on. Perhaps this is all I'll ever have. Now, I don't know if you can see this. I've done a pretty good job here on my sauce to bread ratio, because I feel it's my duty to do this correctly. My name is Doug Lawless, and I should be a very fat man.